just switch on the camera. I need to get this level. That level. See right here? So this is move.
All attention, everything.
Yeah, you gotta do it here first. So, right there. It's level here, so here, you do this one is the base. So the base is still, this is the head, and then here, this is your level here. Okay. This is your adjust, this is how you zoom. It automatically focuses. So you should be good. I need to go set up the other camera that's down there. Okay.
The other one's on there.
So you're gonna be main cam 1 for a little bit, okay? Yeah. So just follow the play.
That one is gonna be one shot.
I'm gonna be tighter and I'll let you be a little bit wider. So for right now, I need to go set up a camera. So what do you want to? So just people like not like a super wide shot, but like here, I'll show you. So like right here,
like right here.
So see how it's like right there, and you're gonna pop like you can back up if they move fast, back up, and then kind of zoom in a little bit closer. Here you go, ready? Watch. I'll show you. So zoom out. Okay. Alright.
Nothing too wild this game so far. It does look like the Royals are a little bit thin on the sidelines today. I don't know if they just have a smaller roster traveling, and it seems as though they are just not quite as many white jerseys on the field as earlier in the season. And looks like the ball was kicked and went out right around the Rebels 40-yard line. So that would be the Rebels ball on the 40-yard line. Chains are going to be moving. Going to be 1st and 10 here shortly. We'd like to take this time to thank one of our sponsors, Toyota of Olympia. If you're in the market for a truck or car and you're in the Olympia area or Tacoma or Centralia or anywhere around there, you need a truck, you need a car, go check out Toyota of Olympia. Thank you so much for your continued support of the West Sound Rebels. Getting back to the game, we have the Rebels with the ball on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. We have a snap back and a handoff run straight up the middle. It looks like it's going to be a good game of approximately 9 yards. This is going to bring us to 2nd and 1, and it looks like, if I can spot who the ball carrier was, it looks like the ball carrier was number 23. That will be Marshad DeWalt. Right, 2nd and 1. Ball is snapped, handed off to number 24. Looks like it's going to be good for a 1st down. That was Randy Greer carrying the ball right into the 1st down territory. Rebels with the ball on the Royals 48-yard line, swiftly moving into the next play. No huddle required there. Going to hand off the ball to number 23, Marshad, and running that ball down the field, just working it. Excellent work by Marshad DeWalt, number 23, the running back for the Rebels. Looks like a gain of between 8 and 9 yards, so that's going to be a 2nd and 2 yards coming up here. This is a very swift series by the Rebels offense right here. It looks like they've definitely been drilling, getting back on the line real fast. Ooh, one defender did make it past the line of scrimmage, it looked, and that seems to be number 80 for the Royals. That is not on my list, but number 80, well done out there. Right, so ruled incomplete, 3rd and 2 on the Royals 40-yard line. The Rebels in possession of the ball. Handed off to 23. Quick run up the side, and it looks like he's brought down around the 24, 23-yard line. That's going to be good for a 1st down, and the chains are going to get moving. Looks like the Rebels offense has definitely come out with a little bit of a fire in their belly, really ready to move. No huddles required here. They're just moving up the field. Looks like they've been working on their ability to really get on the ball immediately after making a couple plays, and no real downtime. That last play is going to bring us to a 1st and goal situation on the Royals 8-yard line. So we'll see how the Royals defense responds to the Rebels offense right here in the red zone. Handed off, and ball is being ran straight up the middle. There are a bunch of white and red jerseys all over that ball at the moment, and we'll see where it is ruled down. Could not make out who the ball carrier was on that play, but that's all right. We have a pretty good gain of yards. Looks like we are at 2nd and 2. Sorry, 2nd and goal with 2 to go. So on the ball snap, handed off to number 23, backs up. Oh, getting carried down. Looks like that might be really good. It looked like it was very close to the line. We had a couple flags on the play. There's an attempted forearm tackle right there. Really good grip strength. Number 23 is, number 23 on the Rebels, Marshad DeWalt. He is he's a fire plug. He's very stout and just keeps running. Doesn't matter if he's got a guy hanging off of him or 2 or 3. He just doesn't care. He's just going to keep pumping those legs. All right, so couldn't quite make out what the penalty was, but we have a first and goal again, and we are at the 2-yard line. Ball is snapped, handed off to number 26, and the ball is ran straight into the end zone. That is Taekwon Bowie running that in for the touchdown. A little celebration over there. Very well done. That's 6 points on the board. Pretty swiftly in the game, less than 5 minutes of gameplay to the first touchdown for the Rebels. Looks like the offense has come out pretty strong. It's definitely a different pace of play than last week, so that's good to see. It looks like we have our team lining up. Looks like we have the Rebels lining up for a 1-point conversion here. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. No good. So we have the score at 6-0 with the Rebels leading the Royals. And 10 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter. So we're going to have the Rebels kicking the ball off to the Royals. But first, we want to thank a couple of our sponsors. Joel Gibson Jr., thank you so much for sponsoring the West Sound Rebels. Huge shout out to Joel Gibson Jr. Check him out on Instagram. Give him a Google search. Give him, check out his music. It's pretty solid. He's a country artist out here in the Pacific Northwest. We appreciate that. We also got the Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton. If you're out in Bremerton and you got nothing going, I definitely suggest checking out the Tracyton Movie House if you like movies or anything of that nature. So we also have Harbor Life Chiropractic PC in Gig Harbor. If you're out in Gig Harbor and your back's hurting, you're feeling old, you're not feeling as spry as you used to, then get your butt over to Harbor Life Chiropractic PC and get that fixed. All right, we got the kick, and Royals receiving the ball, decided not even to touch it, let it go through the back, and it's just going to be a touchback. So, ball's going to get lined up. I'd like to give a shout out to one more of our sponsors real quick, McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. If you're out in Bremerton, make sure you check out McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. Great food, great staff, and it's a great time. So go check it out. McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. Getting back to the game, we have the Royals lined up on the ball on their own 25-yard line, beginning the second series of the game. All right, we got a handoff to number... Ooh, and a fumble. Looks like that was ruled down. That looks like a questionable call from my vantage point, but the referees are a little bit closer to the ball, so we're just we got to trust in our officials. And so they are ruling that down. All right, snap back and a hand off to number 36 for the Royals. Looks like no gain on that play. That is Anthony Harden. So that was Anthony Harden in the with the carry right there. No gain. Okay, so we got the Royals back on the ball. Snap back, hand off to number 8. Wake making his way up the field, and a ton of red jerseys all over number 8 for the Royals. So that is Isaac Manes with the carry right there, and I would say about half of the Rebels defense for the tackle. Back on the ball, and we have a 4th and 1 situation. Snap back, handed off, and it looks like the Ball carrier is wrapped up deep in the backfield. Looks like the ball is loose. We have a Rebel with the ball, and there's no flags on the play. Looks like we have number 1 with the carry for the Rebels. That is David Susu with the carry there. I don't know if that was stripped out or if it was a fumble and recovery. I'm not sure exactly how that went down, but that is 6 more points for the Rebels. That is a successful touchdown. And we have the 1-point conversion team is what it looks like coming out, getting ready to get an additional point on that touchdown. So that brings the current score for the Rebels up to 12 and the Royals sitting at 0 at the moment after 2 series each. 8 minutes and 51 seconds left in the quarter. And the kick is ruled as good. So that's going to be 1 extra point for the Rebels, bringing the score up to 13-0 for the Rebels, leading the Royals. All right, so we'd like to thank a couple more of our sponsors real briefly before moving on. Hops and Drops in Silverdale. If you're out in Silverdale and you're enjoying one of these really hot days up in the Pacific Northwest, we are about to have a very hot week up here, touching the hundreds in the state of Washington. So I definitely suggest checking out Hops and Drops, grabbing a nice brew, whatever kind of beer you like to drink, sitting out in the patio or the shade area, or actually maybe even inside because they probably got some AC over there. But enjoying that drink in the cool comfort of the Hops and Drops establishment over in Silverdale. So thank you so much, Hops and Drops in Silverdale. All right, so looking back at the game, we have the Rebels putting the ball on the line, getting ready to kick to the Royals. Ooh, and a strong kick. And it looks like it is going to be another touchback. All right. So another shout out to one of our sponsors for the West Sound Rebels. We also have Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. If your eyes just aren't as sharp as they used to be, if you're just looking around and you're thinking, man, everything used to look a little bit better, I used to see the trees instead of the blur up on the hillside, then maybe you should get your eyes checked. And if you're in the Port Orchard area, I definitely suggest getting that done over at Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. So that is Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. All right, getting back to the game. We have accidentally missed a play is what I did. And we are currently at 2nd and 11 on the Royals' 24-yard line. So Royals are huddled up, trying to sort out exactly how to deal with this Rebels defense. The Rebels defense has been very potent. When they are popping and clicking in the right way, there's really no team that we've seen that can put up an effective offense against them. All right, and quick pass over to number 17 for the Royals. Completion, and it looks like that is going to be good for a first down. So it looks like that was Cody Bridge, number 17, receiving the ball right there for a pretty big gain of yards. Looks like about 11 or 12-yard gain. That's going to bring the Royals up to their own 36-yard line for a 1st and 10. And swiftly moving back up on the ball, getting ready to snap. There we go. Back to number 15, the quarterback. Big pass and almost intercepted by number 37 of the Rebels. That would have been a pretty big interception by Braxton Seach, but just hit him right in the hands. That's a tough one sometimes when you're expecting to defend and instead the ball kind of makes its way straight to you. That's a tough one, but that's what the season's for, is sorting out those kind of things. If that kind of mistake happens in the postseason, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Mr. Seach snag that ball out of the sky and run it straight back to the end zone. Very impressive athlete over there. Oh, right. So we have the Rebels defense already lined up, waiting for the Royals offense to get to the line. Here we are, and we're waiting on the snap. All right, quick handoff for a carry, and looks like a small loss of yards. All right. All right, and if you're thinking that quarterback for the Royals looks kind of large, Joshua Horton, number 15, that's because he's a beefy boy. Number 15 actually happens to be a linebacker as well on the defense. So, pretty big quarterback, if you ask me. Beefy boy. Quick pass over to number 12, and looks like that is complete. Going to be very close to a first down, but ruled as... Oh, sorry. My mistake. No. That is going to bring us to 4th and 9. 4th and 9. All right, 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Rebels leading by 13. Royals get to the line. It looks like they're going to snap back and get ready for a big kick. All right, and the kicker, number 93, kicks it all the way back to the Rebels, about 25-yard line. So that's Wyatt Paul, the kicker and punter, kicking that ball halfway across the field. And we have teams swapping out. Quick shout out to another one of our awesome sponsors. We have the Clark Brothers. Thank you so much for your continued support of the West Sound Rebels. Clark Brothers, you guys have been with us the entire season, and we truly appreciate that here at the West Sound Rebels. So thank you so much, Clark Brothers. Getting back to the game, we got the Rebels lining up on the ball. Snap back to JT. Big pass. Oh, and just outside of the range of the receiver right there. That looks like that was intended for number 2. That is Thomas Alston. Just a little bit outside of his range, but I will say that was thrown from one 20-yard line to the other 20-yard line. That was a pretty big pass, about a 60-yard pass. Pretty impressive accuracy, just a little bit too much power on that throw. Got the Rebels back on the ball. Back to JT, handoff. Ooh. And working his way up the field. Looks like a nice gain of yards by number 5 right there, the ball carrier. That is Isaiah Sif. All right. The Rebels are quick to get back on the ball. We have 3rd and 2 on the Rebels' 33-yard line. Snap back to JT. Quick handoff and up the middle of the field, straight to the side, stiff arm through the defender and into the, just off the field a little bit right there by number 24. That is Randy Greer. Impressive run. Very powerful runner right there as well. The Rebels have a couple really strong running backs right there in 23 and 24. All right, so Rebels back on the line. Snapped, and JT hands it off to number 23. Oh, and it looks like there is a loss of control right there. We'll see if that's ruled as a fumble. That was number 23, the ball carrier, Marshad DeWalt. Looks like the referees are confirming what's going on here, and it looks like it was ruled as down. So I don't honestly don't know. It might have been a fumble in my opinion, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to be honest the whole time. So we got the snap back. We got Rebels control the ball. Snap back to JT, and then a throw over to number 11. If you've been with us at all this season, you would know Corey Klingberg, number 11, very integral part of this offense. Great player, just reliable. Just man, you need to get the ball down the field. Just get it in the hands of number 11. Just throw it in his direction. He'll make it happen. So it looks like we got a first down on that last play, actually. And so that's 1st and 10. Ball is snapped and rushed up the field by JT. Looks like a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. We have 2nd and 5 coming up with Rebels in control of the ball on the Royals' 41-yard line. Snap back to JT, and he's reading the field. Doesn't look very good, throwing it straight at the field. And, you know, it's no surprise that we see that ball get thrown right up the sideline. And who happens to be there? Number 11, Corey Klingberg. Like I said, Corey Klingberg is like the boogeyman. He's the other team's biggest nightmare, because if you can get the ball even near Corey Klingberg's hands, he's going to just snag that thing up and get every inch up the field that is possible. So, very impressive athlete. All right, 1st down and 10. Ball is snapped. Field is red, and it looks like it's passed off to number 23, Marshad DeWalt. Looks like a moderate gain, about 5 yards. That's going to bring the Rebels up to the Royals' 17-yard line. Looks like 2nd and 5. Okay. The snap, and sorry, I was actually I've been saying it's JT out there right now, but it's actually number 5 as the quarterback. That is my mistake. So that is Adrian Allen. Sincere apologies, Adrian. Doing a great job working that ball up the field. All right, looks like the penalty is blocking in the back on the offense. That is going to take the Rebels back about, looks like 5 yards. Yes, it's going to take them back 5 yards. That's going to bring them to 2nd and 11 on the Royals' 23-yard line. Rebels are lining up. Still very doable, 2nd and 11. We've seen some very potent offensive plays by this team. The ball snapped back to number 5, and a little bit of a fumble right there. Recovery by number 5, working up the far side of the field. And it looks like he got a decent gain off of that. Again, that's number 5, Adrian Allen, the quarterback currently. All right, that'll bring us to 3rd and 5. The ball is snapped back to Adrian. Big pass. And looks like the ball is caught by number 2. That is going to be a touchdown for the Rebels. And Thomas Alston being number 2, getting that touchdown done right there. That'll bring us up to 19-0 at the time for the Rebels. They're going to bring out the 1-point team. I'm thinking that's what they've been doing this game so far. Looks like they are going to push it for a 2-point conversion this time. So, quick run, and it looks like the 2-point conversion is good. That's going to bring the Rebels up to 21, and the Rebels will lead the game over the Royals currently 21-0 with a minute and 34 left in the first quarter. Again, we want to thank a few of our sponsors. Bacavino Winery. That is Bacavino Winery in Tukwila. If you happen to have a loved one or friend or family, or you just like wine yourself, go check out Bacavino Winery. Some great reds and whites over there, and enjoy some wine. Take a load off. We also want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Myers. Last week I was told that you guys really love it when we give you guys that shout out, and we just really appreciate all the support that you've given to the West Sun Rebels over all this time. So thank you, truly, and I'm happy to hear that you're thrilled that we give you guys praise for that. So we really appreciate it. All right. Getting back to the game, we have the Rebels getting ready to kick to the Royals. And, of course, the kicker, number 16, Vernon Parker, with that crazy leg, kicking it way back there. And it's going to be another touchback. Looks like the ball was caught by number 32 for the Royals. That is Isaiah Ellison. Took a knee very promptly, being in the back of the end zone, and gave it a touchback. Ball's going to get brought up to that 25-yard line for the Royals. All right, ball is snapped back to number 15 and handed off to number 23. Ooh, big collision right there. I don't know what defender made the contact right there, but number 22 almost got spun all the way around for the Royals. That is Bradley Peth. That is he was running with some force, so I don't know who happened to make contact with him, because that was quite the collision. But bravo, Bradley, for staying on your feet, because that was a huge hit. All right, short huddle, and the Royals are back up on the line. Going to be 2nd and 12 on their own 23-yard line. Ball is snapped back to number 15, the quarterback. Quick pass, and it looks like the ball is actually intercepted by 14. Yeah, very clear interception right there by Connor Wade Centurno. Yeah, very clear interception right there. No question about what happened. Anyway, looks like the Rebels now have possession of the ball with 21 seconds left in the first quarter. And the clock is still running.
Go ahead. Davies camera or mine?
All right, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a pause of gameplay here, but we're going to give a shout out to a few more of our awesome sponsors. We have Northwest Athletic Apparel. If you like the jerseys that you're seeing on the athletes out there for the West Sound Rebels, then look no further than Northwest Athletic Apparel. That is who provided them for us. So thank you so much to Northwest Athletic Apparel. We also have Timberland Savings Bank. If you're looking for a bank, or you are in the market for getting a new savings or checking account, or looking to just put some of that money into a CD, whatever kind of banking service you need, Timberland Savings Bank can get that done for you. So thank you so much for your support of the West Sound Rebels, Timberland Savings Bank, and Northwest Athletic Apparel. Okay, getting back to the start of the second quarter of this game. Rebels leading the way 21-0 over the Royals. And the Rebels with the ball on the Royals' 21-yard line. 1st and 10, ball is snapped back to number 5, Mr. Allen, and we have a short pass intended for number 2, Thomas Alston. Good effort right there, but just not quite enough height on that pass. Looks like that is going to be a 2nd and 10. And a little bit of conversation for the Rebels right there, kind of chatting over what they're going to be doing on this next play. Maybe there's a little bit of miscommunication there. We'll see. But the clock's still running. All right, Rebels on the ball. Ball is snapped, and quick handoff to number 23, Marshall DeWalt. Working his way up the field, but that is a lot of jerseys right there. Looks like it's going to be a very short gain of 1, maybe 2 yards, and that's going to bring us to a 3rd and 8 for the Rebels right here. This looks like the toughest series for the Rebels so far this game. Perhaps the Royals defense has kind of sorted out a few of their mistakes from the first quarter, and the second quarter is going to be a little bit more interesting. So we will see. Ball is snapped back to number 5. Quick pass over to Corey Klingberg, number 11. And so we might have an athlete down on the field. Looks like number 19 for the Royals. He's slow to get up. That is not listed for me here. So that's number 19 for the Royals. Okay, we have a timeout by the Royals. So we're going to give a shout out to a few more of our awesome sponsors here. We have Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton. If you're out in Bremerton and you need some construction done, look no further than Cloyce and Mike Construction. Thank you so much for your support. We also have the Senecal family. Thank you so much for your continued support. I've been doing the commentary here for quite a while, and you guys have been on every single one of these, and we really appreciate your support here. So, West Sound, from the West Sound Rebels to the Senecal family, thank you so much. We also have Left Coast Events. If you have some events that you need handled, check out Left Coast Events. And if you're in the Pacific Northwest, that is Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Left Coast Events. All right, timeout is over, and we return to the field with the Rebels taking the ball on the Royals' 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Ball is snapped back, handed off to number 23, Marshall DeWalt, and ran very effectively up the field. Looks like it's just shy of a touchdown, so it was not ruled as a touchdown. Looks like he kind of slid into the end zone right there at the end, but he's already ruled down. It is going to be about 1 yard to the touchdown, 1 yard to the end zone, and this is 1st and goal. We have the snap back to number 5. Big pass out to number, looks like 2. Yes, that is a big pass over to number 2, Thomas Alston. He is racking up a ton of touchdowns today. Very impressive. Very impressive. So that is the Adrian Allen pass over to the Thomas Alston receiver, and that's been a pretty effective pretty effective means of getting touchdowns so far this game. Looks like we have a flag on the field. Not sure what's going on. It looks like there may be some kind of issue. Looks like a personal foul and then something else. All right, personal fouls on both the offense and defense. And that was after the play, so the touchdown is good. So that will bring the Rebels up to 27 currently. We have a snap and a kick, and let's see what the officials say. They say it's good, so that is going to bring the Rebels score and lead up to 28, leading the Royals. All right. And it looks like a few more flags after the play. We will see what those are about. All right, a couple flags on the play, but we want to give a shout out to one or two sponsors real quick. We got Fat Zach's Pizza. Who trusts the skinny chef? Not this guy. Okay, trust me. I'm your announcer, Zach McCarley. From one Zach to another, Fat Zach knows how to make some pizza. All right? Don't trust the skinny chefs. Fat Zach's Pizza is where it's at. We also got Swoop Sounds. That's what you're hearing right now. If you are enjoying this visual and audio experience, if you're enjoying being able to see a game that's being played in beautiful Tacoma, Washington at Mount Tahoma Stadium, and you happen to be on the other side of the country watching this live, then you can thank Swoop Sounds for that. That's pretty incredible. So huge shout out to Swoop Sound. We also got Metro Park of Tacoma. Huge shout out to Metro Park of Tacoma. Thank you so much for your continued support. Okay, so it looks like the penalties have been being discussed for a while and announced, and we're going to get some play back into the field. All right, looks like it was a personal foul on both the Rebels and the Royals, one player each. Okay, so looks like a little discussion on the Rebels side. The Royals are out and ready to receive this ball. Again, the Rebels leading 28-0 with 13:34 left in the first half. And we have number 16, Vernon Parker, getting that ball all set just right so he can just kick it all the way through the uprights back there. He's got quite the leg. All right, and that is a big kick all the way back towards the end zone, caught on the 1 yard line, and the Royals are going to actually take the ball up the field for the first time this game. That was some aggressive running, impressive stuff by number 32 for the Royals. That is Isaiah Ellison. Well done, Isaiah. Working his way up the field. We got the teams coming out. We got the Royals offense and the Rebels defense coming out. We'll see if the Royals offense has an answer for this Rebels defense. You know, the Rebels defense has been very effective in this entire season, really. There's really only been about 2 quarters where they really slipped up in the entire season so far, and that was actually in the last game. So against the Warriors. So that is it's pretty impressive by this Rebels defense. Ball is snapped and handed off, and it looks like it's going to be a carry by number 22 for the Royals. That is Bradley Peth. Bradley Peth with the carry on that play. Looks like a very short gain, and that will bring the Royals to their own 26-yard line for 2nd and 9. All right, ball snapped back to number 15, the quarterback, and looks like the ball may have been picked off by Thomas Alston. All right, looks like that ball was picked off by Thomas Alston. Very impressive play right there. And a flag on the play. Flag on the play, or after the play. We'll see what this is ruled. So while the referees confer what's happening real quick, we're going to give one more shout out to Fine Ivory Enterprises LLC. That is Fine Ivory Enterprises LLC. They provide a service where they go around and they actually bring state-of-the-art treatment to athletes and people looking to promote healing for their body. They bring it directly to you anywhere in King County. That's pretty amazing, I think. I think that's an amazing resource for these athletes, an amazing resource for anybody in King County, and I believe they do Pierce County. And they also have an actual clinic. It's not just a mobile place that goes around either. They have both a brick and mortar and they have a mobile clinic, so that's very cool. Okay. So it looks like we have the Rebels head coach chatting with the officials, trying to sort out exactly what's going on, just making sure they understand completely. All right, looks like that last call was confirmed to be unsportsmanlike conduct, both on the Rebels and the Royals. So seems like there's a little bit of bad blood out there right now. We'll see if this can get alleviated. Still have the Rebels head coach chatting with the officials right there. Back to the game. We've got the Rebels offense. Rebels offense on the line. They have the ball at their own 42-yard line. Snap back to number 5 and a pass over to the boogeyman, number 11, Corey Klingberg. Got a single. I would have to see that again. Brought out of bounds. I'm not sure if that was in the hair or on the back of the collar. A little too tough to see from my vantage point, but either way, that is a first down, and that is a big gain of yards for Corey Klingberg. You know, so you might be wondering what the what the officials are talking about right now, and they're probably trying to figure out if it was a horse collar tackle on the back of the jersey or if it was just the hair that was grabbed. Looks like it is ruled. Looks like everything. Looks like no penalty. So, all right. Clock has started back up at 12 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first half. We have the snap and the run up the middle of the field. Nice aggressive run and a flag on the play. All right. So we will see what this flag is all about. But we also want to thank one of our sponsors real quick, Trace Agaves in Belfair. Thank you so much for your continued support of the West Sound Rebels. I believe this is your second week of supporting the West Sound Rebels, and we do appreciate that very much. If you're looking for some delicious food over in the Belfair area and you need it now, just go to Trace Agaves. Do yourself a favor and get some delicious food. Okay. So it looks like the call was holding on the offense right there, and that is going to bring sorry, I'm just looking where the actual down is landing. That's going to bring the Rebels over to their own, or to the Royals 22-yard line. Sorry, 23-yard line. Okay, 21-yard line. You can see the athletes shifting up and down the field, kind of sorting it out. It's okay, we're going to get there. All right. So 12 minutes left in this first half. Ball is snapped back to number 5, Mr. Allen. Adrian Allen, to be exact. Big throw out intended for 11. Corey Klingberg just a little bit shy, not quite getting back into the corner of the end zone right there. It's a good thing that was a little bit shy, because, you know, a little bit to the right, because if it was a little bit less power on that throw, it might have been intercepted, honestly. So. All right. We got 2nd and 16 for the West Sound Rebels right here. Let's see what they can do with this. All right, snap back to number 5. Quick pass over to 11, Corey Klingberg, which it looks like he got up to about the 10-yard line, which is going to be a gain of close to 10 yards. And that'll bring us to 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6. Rebels with possession of the ball on the Royals' 11-yard line. 3rd and 6. Let's see what they can do with this. Ball is snapped back to Adrian Allen. Fake handoff. Pass from number 5 to number 85. Really fighting towards the end zone right there. The pass was complete to 85. That is Dante Jones. Very well done, and it looks like that will be a first down, which is going to bring us to 1st and goal. And just in time. So, Rebels are 1st and goal on the Royals' 2-yard line. Ball is handed off to number 23, Marshall DeWalt. And who else would you want to carry that ball, really? When you got 2 yards to go, he's gonna hit a hole, and he's gonna hit it hard. He just loves to drive those legs and just punch straight through anybody who's in his way. Excellent play call, in my opinion. Just straight up the middle. There's another touchdown. Not surprised to see that in any way. And that'll bring the score up to 34 for the Rebels and 0 for the Royals. Currently in the second quarter with 9:55 left in the quarter and in the first half. All right, Rebels lined up for the 1-point kick. And it is good for one additional point. That is going to bring the score for the Rebels up to 35 and the Royals still at 0 for the time being. All right, 9:55 left in this first half. Yeah, very interesting game with so many penalties occurring in the last couple minutes of play. You know, it makes you wonder if there's a little bit of bad blood between these two teams right now. If you know, tempers are kind of flaring up, what's going on? Not too sure. You know, this is on pace to be a slightly different game than the first meeting. The last time these two teams met on June 11th, the Rebels came out on top 45 to the Royals 3. So we are currently on pace to have well over a 70-point game if the Rebels continue to have such aggressive gameplay. A kick by Vernon Parker and received. Working his way up the field is number 32. Ooh, and that's unfortunate. Ran into his own guy, number 32. Looks like a little bit of some words being exchanged. Not really so much exchange, just really given from number 32 over to 24 for the Rebels. You know, and that's unfortunate. You don't like to see that. Isaiah Ellison, the ball carrier right there, he's been doing some good work today. It seems as though maybe he's frustrated with that, but he worked his way all the way up to the 43-yard line. Impressive work. And that's where the ball will begin its journey up the field with the Royals offense leading the way and the Rebels defense doing everything they can to stop it. All right, ball is snapped, and it was actually snapped back to player number 0. I have not seen that player out there yet. He is listed as a quarterback, and that is Braden Counselor. All right, Braden Counselor. 0 is the quarterback for the Royals at the time being. We have a bunch of wide receivers out. Snap back to Braden. Snap back to 0. Nice gain of yards right there. Enough to move the chains, actually. Now it looks like there's a little bit of discussion occurring right here. Something's happening. The officials need to talk about something. But impressive run by Braden Counselor. All right, so looks like there was a flag on the play, some kind of penalty. All right, that was ruled to be a face mask against the Rebels. So that was the penalty right there, and that will bring us to a first down. It looked like it would have been a first down anyway, but we're a bit further up the field. Ball is snapped and pitched over to what looked like number 36 for the Royals. That would be Anthony Harden with the carry on that, and it looked like a small loss of yards. And that will bring the Royals to the Rebels' 33-yard line with 2nd and 13. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter to make something happen. The Royals lining up. The ball is snapped, the ball is loose. Recovered by Braden, thrown up the field, caught near the line of scrimmage. Excellent catch. Excellent catch by number 12. It looks like he's really hurt, and I hope that is nothing too serious. It was an excellent catch by Mike Marsh, number 12 of the Royals, and it looks like he is down. May have something wrong with his arm. It looks like he's really favoring that arm. All right, number 15 for the Royals, being a good teammate, coming out, checking on his teammate and companion. That is the other quarterback for the Royals, Joshua Horton. Okay, Royals offense is lined up and ready to play. Ball is snapped back to number 0, Braden Council. Big hit by number 25 for the Rebels. That is Mark Tagalio. And there was a flag on the play immediately. That might be ruled as a helmet-to-helmet. We will see what happens. It's a pretty big hit. But nothing wrong with hitting hard in football. It just depends on how you hit. All right, this looks to be the best series put together by the Royals so far. It looks like the quarterback, number 0, Braden Consoler, is a little bit better remedy for the Royals offense against this Rebels defense. Okay, looks like the officials have come to a conclusion. All right, looks like it is a personal foul against the defense for illegal contact. Yep, ruled as helmet to helmet. That's going to bring a first down and bring the Royals all the way up to the Rebels' 17-yard line. Ball is snapped and passed and off the hands of number 8. So that pass was intended for number 8, Isaac Mannies. Just right off of the hands, just a little bit through him. All right, incomplete pass, going to be 2nd and 10 for the Royals on the Rebels' 17-yard line.
Right now, because the other UDFL rules mean that he needs to keep the score or keep this time going.
All right, snap is off, and the ball is handed to 38. Working his way up the field, but a lot of red jerseys all over him immediately. Slow to get up, very tough. Actually, that is either 38 or 36. Hopefully that is, yeah, so that is 36 limping off the field for the Royals. That is Anthony Harden. Hopefully that's just slightly hurt and not injured. You know, there's a big difference between the two, and you know, you can hurt for a little bit, but if you're injured, that means you might be out, and we never like to see that. You know, the game is played hard, and a lot of people hurt during a game, but we don't like to see any injuries. So Royals offense back on the line, 3rd and 15. And ball is snapped back to number 0, Braden, and ball is intercepted by the Rebels. That is that is Braxton Seach, number 37 with the interception. Braxton Seach. Oh, right. That is a tough turn of events for the Royals. That's a real difficult kind of thing to do. March all the way down the field on the best series that you've had the entire game and throw an interception in the end zone. It's very, very disheartening, very difficult. So, Royals defense comes out. Rebels offense makes its way out. We have Adrian Allen in the quarterback position. That's number 5. Ball is snapped back. Looks like he sees a hole. He's going to run through it. Just going to run for it. And looks like it is just on the other side of the... Let's see. It looked like it was just on the other side of the chains, but it looks like it is ruled as... Okay, chains are moving now. Okay, here we go. All right, that is ruled as a first down, and we can continue. Ball is snapped back to number 5, thrown over. Looks like the ball was going to be intended for number 11 or even number 14. That would be a Corey Klingberg or a Connor Wade Centino. Oh boy, that name's giving me trouble today. Oh, I'm sorry, Connor. Okay. Intended for one of those two, but it was ruled incomplete. Snap is off and handed off to number 24. Number 24 is wrapped up, holding that ball tight. You can see the Royals literally have their arms wrapped around the ball and not even the player, especially number 33. Very impressive work. Donnie Angevin, the defensive back for the Royals, number 33, had the entire ball wrapped up, but number 24 for the Rebels, Randy Greer, was not going to give that up. I have to go on about that a little bit because that was pretty impressive. And in that time, I missed a pass that was completed over to Corey Klingberg and moved the chains. My apologies, but the action comes in waves sometimes. We have 2 minutes left in this first half, second quarter, and the Rebels leading 35-0 over the Royals. All right. We're going to do 1 or 2 more shout outs here real quick. We got Toyota of Olympia. If you are in the market for a car or truck and you're in the Olympia area, or you're in Tumwater, you're in Tacoma, you're even up in Seattle, or anywhere along the I-5 corridor, really, go check out Toyota of Olympia. They got trucks, they got cars, they got what you need. And, we just appreciate them supporting us West Sound Rebels very much. So thank you very much to the Toyota of Olympia. All right, getting back to our scheduled program. We have the Rebels offense with a 1st and 10 on their own 48-yard line. Ball is snapped back and handed off to number 25, making his way up the field, breaking away, and really fighting for every inch. Looks like it is good. And that was actually number 26. My apologies. 26, Taekwon Bowie with that touchdown. Very impressive. It looks like there are no flags on the play that I can see. Very big breakthrough play right there by Taekwon Bowie, number 26. Excellent work. The Rebels offense is quite potent this week. but we do have a Royal down on the field, and a good sign of respect from the Rebels and the Royals taking a knee. Looks like number 70 for the Royals being helped off of the field. Yeah, I definitely hate to see that. And the game is going to resume with the Rebels leading the Royals 41-0. All right. All right, snap back. And the kick is up, and it is ruled as no good. All right, the score will remain 41-0 with the Rebels leading the Royals. 1.5 minutes left in the first half. And a quick shout out to our main guy that is a country singer, Joel Gibson Jr. Thank you so much for your support. If you get the opportunity or you're into music much at all, you're into country music especially, go check out Joel Gibson Jr., a Pacific Northwest music artist. Pretty awesome guy and supporter of the West Sound Rebels. Thank you so much, Joel Gibson Jr. All right. And we got the special teams coming out. Kick is up by Vernon Parker, and the ball is received. Little fumble and back up to his feet, making his way down the field. The 20 and the 25 working up the field. Looks like he's out around the 26 or 27. That is the Mr. Isaac Ellison, number 32, with the carry right there. Working hard to get his team an extra few points, and that actually expires the first half. So, a lesser known rule, perhaps. All right, welcome back, guys. It is your host, Zach McCarley, back again with the second half of this game. The number 6 nationally ranked West Sound Rebels against the Everett Royals. Currently, the score is 41-0 with the Rebels leading the Royals, and the Royals kicking the ball off to the Rebels. Nice deep kick for a touchback, and the Rebels will be taking the ball from their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Should be fine, but they're on auto iris, so they might fluctuate with the sun.
All right, Rebels on the ball in the snap back to the quarterback, number 5, Adrian Allen, passed over. Intended for Corey Klingberg, but it looks like it was knocked down by number 32 of the Royals. That is Isaiah Ellison. Isaiah Ellison, number 32. Effective defense right
Hey, Marcus, just double checking your recording, correct?
there. All right, snap is back to number 5 and ran out to the far side of the field. Up the big gain of yards, actually. Close to 20-yard gain right there. Going to be good for a first down. And that will bring the Rebels up to their own, looks like 50. Well, it's going to bring them straight up to the 50-yard line. Looks like that's a clear offsides on number 44. Couldn't quite bring down Adrian Allen, though. That's a tough quarterback right there. That's kind of impressive, actually. That's pretty impressive. We will see what that penalty is called as, if it was an offsides or a false start. We will see. All right, officially called an offsides, 5-yard penalty, and it looks like maybe another offsides call. That second 5-yard penalty is going to bring a first down. Snap is back to Adrian Allen, number 5. The quarterback passes up to number 11, Corey Klingberg. Looks like it is complete. Yeah, and it looks like that is a pretty big play. Looks like a good 30-yard gain right there, and that's going to bring the Rebels up to the Royals approximately the 10-yard line, 11 or 10-yard line. All right, 1st and 10. Snap is off, and quick pass. Ooh, almost picked off by number 32, Isaiah Ellison. Very close. Ooh, incomplete. And 2nd and 10 on the Royals. 12-yard line. Snap back, big pass. A little bit too deep. Quite a bit too deep, actually. Let's see what's going on with Adrian right now. Looks like a timeout is called.
Timeout.
All right, Rebels are back from that quick timeout. A little talk to from Coach. They are 3rd and 10 right now. Big pass over to number 15. It is real good. That is a touchdown, and the wide receiver Demetrius Rackley is responsible for that touchdown, number 15. Very well done. Very well done. Very well done. That brings the score up to 47-0. Rebels leading the Royals with 9:50 left in the 3rd quarter. 2-point conversion attempt. And it looks like it is good. So that's going to bring the score up to 49-0. Rebels leading the Royals.
Hey, don't mark that kick again. Y'all watching.
All right, special teams are out there. Brendan Parker is about to kick this ball to the other side of the field. Rebels kicking off to the Royals. Ball is up and looks like the ball is received. Running past the 20, 25, 30, 35. Brought down at the 33-yard line is Isaiah. Sorry, I need to check the name again. Isaiah Ellison, number 32. All right, Royals offense on the ball. Rebels defense on the ball. Pass back to, or snap back to 0. Quarterback number 0, that is. That would be Braden Counselor. Looks like a small loss of yards, about 2 yards. That's going to bring the Royals to 2nd and 11 on their own 37-yard line. Snap is off and pass is up. Pass is complete over to number 84. That is the tight end Aaron. I don't have a last name. Well done, Aaron. Snap is back. Ton of defenders in the back. Heavy pressure. Pass over to number 12, and it looks like that is going to be good for a first down. Nope. Going to be good, but not for a first down. Going to be 2nd and about 1 yard left. So that looked like it was number 12 receiving the ball. That is Mike Marsh. Mike Marsh from the Royals.
I appreciate you not doing the ugly ass set. That's celebration too.
Looks like a long call. They're trying to catch the Rebels off guard. We got Rebels in the backfield. Forced fumble. It looks like it is recovered. Looks like that may have been recovered by the Royals. We will see. See who they rule that down. So it looks like the team might be switching out right now. It looks like they may have called it for the Rebels. We'll see. So Rebels offense on the back to number 5, Adrian Allen. Pass over to number 23. And it looked like it was just kind of slipped through his hands. Marshall DeWalt, number 23. Not a lot of mistakes from that young man. He's a pretty good athlete, so not a lot of mistakes. All right, offense back on the ball for the Rebels. 2nd and 10. And it looks like Marshall DeWalt was sent straight up the middle and got blocked right away. Possible short loss of yards, about 1 yard lost on that play. That'll bring it to 3rd and 11 for the Rebels on the Royals 45-yard line. The snap was off. Back to Adrian Allen running up the far side of the field. Looks like a short gain of yards up to the 40-yard line of the Royals, and that's going to leave a considerable amount of yards left for 4th down. We'll see what the Royals decide to do here. It is 4th and 6. Rebels on the Royals 40-yard line. Ball snap back to Adrian Allen. Wide receivers are out. Long pass. We'll see what Corey Klingberg can do. It is in the hands of Corey Klingberg, and it just slips out. That is an incomplete pass, unfortunately. Again, one of the rare incomplete passes for Corey Klingberg, really. If it touches his hands, he's usually good. So I'm not surprised they went to Corey for that play. Going to be a turnover, and we have the Rebels defense coming out, the Royals offense making their way out to the field. All right, Royals on the ball. Snap back to Braden Counselor, and the pass is out and incomplete. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Royals on the Royals' own 40-yard line. Got some very quick gameplay here. Only a minute and a half left in the 3rd quarter. Clock is constantly running due to that GDFL rule, and it looks like that is a interception by, who's that, number 2? So that was intercepted by number 2, Thomas Alston. Ran back for a touchdown. Another 6 points up on the board. Rebels 55-0 against the Royals. Thomas Alston is absolutely on fire today. Very impressive. He just, maybe he's got magnets in his hands or something. That's, just gets up in the air long enough, and Thomas is going to find his way to it. I don't understand it. It's pretty impressive. So we got that 6 points up on the board, and it looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. And we have a carry across the line by number 24. That's going to be a Randy Greer. Good for 2. That will bring us up to 57-0. Rebels leading the Royals, and this will expire the 3rd quarter. We'll be turning into the 4th quarter right now. I want to take this opportunity to thank a couple of our sponsors during this replay. We have Joe Gibson Jr. Thank you so much for your continued support. Just Google and check them out. Some good music right there. We also have the Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton. If you're out in Bremerton, make sure to check out the Tracyton Movie House. And if your back's hurting and you live in the Gig Harbor area, make sure to check out Harbor Life Chiropractic PC in Gig Harbor. That is Harbor Life Chiropractic PC in Gig Harbor. We also have Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma, which is one that we missed in the first half. My apologies directly from me to you, Clear Choice. I am just going to have to pay you guys a visit here if this game ends here relatively soon, because we only got 15 minutes left in the game. But we have Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma. The choice is clear choice. If you're in the, if you're in the market for a dispensary, just go check them out. It's in Tacoma, super central area along the I-5 corridor, very easy to get to. Clear Choice Dispensary. All right, and we are back to the game. We got the Rebels ready to kick off the ball to the Royals. Big kick deep into the backfield, and it's going to be a touchback. Couple more shout outs to some of our sponsors. We also have McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. If you're out in Bremerton looking for some delicious food, go check out McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. We got some tasty eats. And if you're in Bremerton, just head on over to Silverdale and check out the Hops and Drops over there. They got some good beers that are nice and refreshing for these hot summer days of the Pacific Northwest, especially next week. We're supposed to hit the 90s, and even some areas of Washington are supposed to hit the 100s. It's way too hot to not be drinking a beer on a patio. Go to Hops and Drops in Silverdale and check it out. Getting back to the game, we have the Royals snapping the ball back to 0. Mr. Braden, counselor. Ball intended for, I think that was 12. And it looks like the chains are moving. It is ruled complete. There was a little bit of discussion right there. A little bit of, a couple people a little bit unsure about that. Very big play for the Royals right there. Right, ball snap back to Braden, counselor. And thrown, big throw over to 84. I'm not sure if that was complete or not, but that was a bomb. And wow, the chain's already moving. That was a complete pass over to Mr. Aaron, number 84. I do not have your last name, but well done, Aaron. And we are into the red zone already. First and goal. My goodness, it could be that the Royals are going to be working on their first touchdown for this game. Let's take a look. Snap back to Braden. Run out to the side. Pitched over to 36. Ooh, and a small hit by number 22. And I didn't catch who completely brought him down, but number 22 is Mr. Tran for the Rebels. That is Thien Tran, or Thien. My apologies, Mr. Tran. Okay, we got a second and goal on the 6 or 7 yard line. Royals are lined up. Rebels are looking a little bit more lax. All right. Ball is snapped, and Braden is brought down, wrapped up by number 55 of the Royals, or sorry, of the Rebels. That is Mr. Smith, Nakaze Smith, to be precise. Okay, so now we have third and goal with 5 to go. And Royals lined up. This is going to be a very decisive play. Snap back to the quarterback, Mr. Braden. Ooh, ball disrupted by at least one set of hands up front. I think it was number 26. I'm not sure who disrupted that throw, but there were some Rebel hands that hit that ball before it got past, before it got all the way to the intended receiver, number 84, Mr. Aaron of the Royals. Okay, so it looks like the Royals have elected to go for a kick on the 4th and goal. And it does look like they would like to get those points up on the board. So we have the kicker lining up, number 93. And it seems as though someone may have called a timeout. Number 93 is Wyatt Paul for the Royals, who's lining up, getting ready to kick that ball real nice and hard. And we got 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. For the timeout, or whatever the stoppage is, I want to give a quick shout out to another one of our sponsors, Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. If you're out in Port Orchard and life's just not looking quite as sharp as it used to, and your eyes are starting to make everything a little blurry, go check out Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. Get your eyes checked, and it's kind of nice. I wear glasses myself, and I like to call them HD life because that's kind of what it's like. Everything's a little fuzzy without my glasses on, and when I put them on, I can see everything super crisp. It's super nice. It's a new lease on that sense of vision. So go check out Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. We also want to give a shout out to the Clark brothers. Thank you so much for your continued support. We really appreciate it here at the West Sound Rebels organization. Getting back to the field of play, we have the Royals lined up, getting ready for this kick. Snap back, kick, and it is good. That's going to be good for 3 points. No flags on the play, of course, pretty textbook. And that will bring the score up to 57-3. Rebels leading the Royals with 10 minutes left of play. So that score is 57-3 currently. All right. Team swapping out. And we're going to give a quick shout out to a few more of our sponsors while these special teams are coming out. We really appreciate it to all of the supporters of the West Sound Rebels, people at home, and especially these sponsors. Bacavino Winery. If you are in the Tukwila area and you need to check out a winery, go check out Bacavino Winery. Why not, right? You got a significant other, you want to just check it out on your own. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little bit of self-care. Get out there and enjoy some wine over at Bacavino Winery. We also got Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton. Thank you so much for your continued support, as always. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate you. So thank you. Big heartfelt thank you from the West Sound Rebels to Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton. And the last one we're going to shout out on this quick sponsor break is Northwest Athletic Apparel. If you like the jerseys that you're seeing on these athletes out here right now, go check out Northwest Athletic Apparel because that's who provided them to us. So thank you so much to Northwest Athletic Apparel. All right, we got that kick, and it's low. Got it received by, I'm going to have to check out who that is real quick. He's running it up as number 81. Oh my goodness, he's got some legs on him. Look at him. What a man, running it up to the 50-yard line. That is number 81, Shane Deshotel. I think that's how you say that. Mr. Deshotel, Shane Deshotel. All right. So we got a 1st and 10 for the Rebels on the 50-yard line. Snap back to number 5, Mr. Adrian Allen. Pass over to number 2, Mr. Thomas Alston. Probably the game MVP right now, but it is also negotiable. Like, you know, it could be Adrian Allen. Honestly, he's really been bringing it today. The typical quarterback for the team is actually JT, Mr. Jacob Tace, number 3, and that's my apologies to Adrian Allen because I was calling him JT for probably the first quarter. Well, that was my bad, and he's really been bringing it. I mean, it honestly looked like JT playing out there, just like kicking some butt and just doing some great stuff. Very impressive gameplay by Mr. Adrian Allen, number 5. Ball is snapped back, and head is on a swivel out in the field. Looks like the ball was intended for number 81. That would have been Shane Deshotel again, but just a little bit over his head. Incomplete pass. We got 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game, and that is going to make it a second and... Oh, sorry, we had a penalty of some kind. Looks like that is going to be holding on the offense. And we're getting that positioned right. Woo, big penalty. Snap back to Adrian Allen, number 5. The quarterback's pass up the middle, hands on the ball. Mr. 34 for the Royals. That's going to be Spencer Woodland. That could have very well been picked off. Could have very well been picked off by that athlete right there. Just got a couple fingertips on it, but scary moment right there, I'm sure. Okay, Royals back on the ball. They're on their own. They're back into their own territory on the 47-yard line. Ball is snapped and handed off. Ran up the side, middle to the side of the field. Looks like that is number 26 running, or that was number 26 running the ball, Taekwon Bowie. Pretty quick. Ooh, and it looks like we got a timeout for the Rebels real quick, and we're going to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors. We got Timberland Savings Bank. If you need a checking account, savings account, you need to look into CDs, you need to look into a couple different things that any kind of bank can take care of for you. Why not check out a bank that supports the West Sound Rebels? And we do so very much appreciate that. That is Timberland Savings Bank. Go check them out. We also got Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton. If you're out in Bremerton and you need some construction done, check out Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton. Thank you so much, Cloyce and Mike Construction. That's cloyceandmike.com. Go check them out. We also got the Senecal family. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate it very much here at the West Sound Rebels. And we look forward to that continued support as well. Anyway, getting back to the game. We got the snap back to Adrian Allen. And he's looking for somebody to connect to. Oh, my goodness. Throws the ball. Oh, and it looks like the pass was just a little shy right there. It looks like it was actually intended for number 26, if I'm not mistaken. That would be Taekwon Bowie. That was rough right there. That was impressive scramble by Adrian Allen right there. That was quite impressive. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. Snap back to Adrian Allen, number 5. Pass out to number 2, Mr. Thomas Alston. And oh my goodness, is he going to make it all the way up the side? Again, he runs it all the way down to about the 18 or 17-yard line. Passes the ball off to the official, says, let's get back on this line. Let's go. Chains are moving, and looks like the athletes are really trying to bring it. This clock is winding down. There is no time to stop because the GDFL actually, once you get in this far of a lead, the clock is running constantly, no breaks in anything. So ball is passed, and looks like it was complete to number 15. That would be a Mr. Demetrius Rackley, and looks like a timeout is called. Refs or coaches are going to get a chance to chat with their athletes. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That is the entire game. We want to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors, Left Coast Events. If you are in Washington, Oregon, anywhere on the left coast really, check out Left Coast Events. Thank you guys so much, Left Coast Events. We also have Fat Zach's Pizza. Who trusts the skinny chef? Nobody, not this guy. Take it from one Zach to another. Or take it from one Zach that's not Fat Zach. I mean, maybe I'm kind of fat. I really do like pizza. But Fat Zach's Pizza is really good, so go check them out. We also got Swoop Sounds. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're hearing. That's what you're experiencing right now. And that is the media team that's covering this. So if you want to learn more about us or you have an event to get covered, could be really kind of anything you want documented, covered, anything of that nature, check out Instagram, Swoop Sounds. And yeah, thank you so much to the sponsor, Swoop Sounds. Thank you so much to the media team and everybody working so hard today to bring this coverage directly to you. So, getting back to the game. Snap and a run up the center. Looks like it is good. No flags on the play, and that will be another 6 points. That is a touchdown for the Rebels. Looks like that was ran straight up the middle by number 24. That is Randy Greer. Good for 6. That is a touchdown. And we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Clock is running. Rebels at 63 points. Royals at 3 points. One timeout left for each team. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. As we mentioned, clock is running constantly. That is a GDFL rule. As soon as a certain lead is achieved and maintained, then there is a running clock for the rest of the game. Looks like a quick penalty on the defense. If I'm not mistaken, that may have been a personal foul. Ball is snapped, passes over, and looks like it is received and good. And that is number 81. And number 5 is slow to get up. Looks like he's kind of hobbling. That is Adrian Allen for the Rebels. It looks like he's hobbling a little bit, but he's going to be fine. He's hipping and hopping. He's a tough guy. All right, quick shout out to a few more of our sponsors. We got Metro Parks of Tacoma. Thank you so much for your continued support, Metro Parks. Another one of our sponsors, Fine Ivory Enterprises LLC. That is a service that is mobile in King County and some of Pierce County, if I'm not mistaken, and they also have a brick and mortar. But that is a service that brings to the masses wellness services. So, types of cryotherapy, potentially just different things to help speed recovery from injury and help speed recovery from exercise. So, quite a cool service. We had an interview with them last week. Go check them out. That was our halftime interview, and hopefully we can actually get them back in here because I really had a lot of questions we didn't have time to ask. I found that very interesting. We also got Trace Agave in Belfair. If you're in Belfair and you're feeling kind of snacky, feeling kind of hungry for a good meal, go check out Trace Agave in Belfair. Delicious food. All right, getting back to the game. Ooh, onside kick. And looks like it is recovered by the Rebels. And we will see what that is ruled as, but it looked like it was recovered by the Rebels. Oh, and I saw a hand up in the air indicating that it was recovered by the Royals. Oh, officials are kind of chatting real quick right there. Let's see what happens. Looks like it is the Rebels ball, and Rebels offense on the ball, snap back, fumble, and got to get to the ball. Big pass out by Thomas Alston, deep, and it is connected. Oh, very close. It looked like it almost came to be with Corey Klingberg. That would have been quite the play. That was quite the pass. That was deep. It was a tight spiral. Very impressive. Very impressive for what was essentially a fumble right there, real quick. But that will bring us back to the Rebels 45-yard line with the Rebels in possession of the ball. 2nd and 10 and 20 seconds left in this game. No stopping the game. We have Thomas Alston and interception, thrown, touchdown. Clock is still running. Refs are, it seems like, calling the game. And a little bit of a discussion between two of the players over here, but that's all right. We got a couple things to say. Maybe they can say it on the next game. All right. So we got 3, 2, and 1 seconds, and that is the game. So final score is the Rebels 65 to the Royals 3. That is the second meeting of the West Sound Rebels versus the Everett Royals. Again, Royals come out victorious 65 to 3. Rebels over the Royals. And, we saw a couple interesting things today. We saw it looks like the refs have actually, if we can get the camera to pan back over, there's been 10 seconds brought back up on the clock and a flag brought out on the play. Perhaps a little bit of confusion right there. Not really sure what that's about, but okay. Some kind of penalty, perhaps? I am not too sure. Okay, looks like there may have been some kind of unsportsmanlike call or unsportsmanlike conduct call on the Rebels. So that's going to move them back. Or sorry, move the Royals up because they have that interception. And they get one play, and there's 5 seconds left on the clock. Snap back to 0. Shakes a forearm tackle. Big throw up in the air to 84. And that is going to be the game. Looks like Mr. Tran got his hands on the ball and threw it back in, but yeah, that's the end of the game. That is going to bring the final score to the Rebels over the Royals. Second meeting, Rebels 65 points, Royals 3 points. Again, that will mean that the Rebels are 2-0 against the Royals, and that is going to be the end of this meeting. We want to take a little bit of time to thank the sponsors one more time. We have Toyota of Olympia. Thank you so much for your continued support of the West Sound Rebels. If you're in the Olympia area and you're looking for a car or a truck, check out Toyota of Olympia. We also have Joel Gibson Jr. If you are into country music at all, then definitely check out Joel Gibson Jr. He's a local country music artist in the Pacific Northwest that has chosen to support the local West Sound Rebels team. So we appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, Joel Gibson Jr. We also have the Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton. If you are out in Bremerton and you like movies, go check out the Tracyton Movie House. If your back is aching and you're in Gig Harbor, go get checked out by Harbor Life Chiropractic PC. Very simple, very open and shut case. You know, if you had a couple bolts out of place in your engine, wouldn't you want to put back in the same place? So it's kind of the same thing with your spine, right? If your back is hurting, maybe get it checked out by a qualified chiropractor and look no further than Harbor Life Chiropractic PC in Gig Harbor. And Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma. If you're in the market for a dispensary, you're looking for somewhere to get a few of those kind of supplies, a few things to imbibe with, then check out Clear Choice Dispensary because the choice is clear. Clear Choice Dispensary in Tacoma. We also have McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. If you're in Bremerton and you're looking for some delicious food, check out McLeod's Grill House in Bremerton. Some yummy, yummy food there. We also have Hops and Drops in Silverdale. Go check out Hops and Drops in Silverdale if you are out there on one of those hot, sunny days in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a cold beer. Enjoy. Hops and Drops in Silverdale. We also have a Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. If your eyes are not what they used to be, you need to get your eyes checked out. Go get them checked out with Woodridge Vision Clinic in Port Orchard. Thank you so much for supporting your West Sound Rebels. We appreciate it very much. We also have the Clark Brothers. Huge shout out to the Clark Brothers. Thank you guys so much for your continued support through all of these games. You guys have been supporters for quite a while, and I appreciate that very much. We got Bacavino Winery in Tukwila. Hey, go get some red wine, go get some white wine, go get some blends, go get some Cabernet Sauvignon, go get some Merlot, go get some whatever kind of wine is your favorite. They probably got it at Bacavino Winery in Tukwila, so go check them out. We also have Mr. and Mrs. Myers in Bremerton. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you guys for watching every game. We appreciate that so much, and I think that that's so cool that we have such steadfast fans of this, of this team, the West Sound Rebels. So I just think that's really cool. Thank you guys so much. All right, we also got Northwest Athletic Apparel. If you like what you see out there as far as the athletic apparel, what they're wearing, the jerseys that they got on, and you maybe need some made, well, hey, check out Northwest Athletic Apparel. Give them some support, because they've been giving us some support for quite a while, and we appreciate that here at the West Sound Rebels. So thank you so much to the Northwest Athletic Apparel team. We also got Timberland Savings Bank. If you need a checking account, you need a savings account, you need to get a CD set up, you need to do this, you need to do that, check out Timberland Savings Bank, and they can handle it for you. Huge thank you out to Timberland Savings Bank. Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton. Go check them out. If you are in the Bremerton area and you need some construction done, look no further than Cloyce and Mike Construction in Bremerton. That's cloyceandmike.com. You see it on the screen right now. Cloyce and Mike Construction Inc. 360 New Roof. Super easy, right? All right. We also got the Senecal family. Thank you guys so much. I'm talking about fans. I'm talking about people that are at home supporting, this team, this West Sound Rebels. And we appreciate that so much. Thank you so much to the Senecal family. We feel the love here. Okay. Left Coast Events. Huge shout out to Left Coast Events. Thank you guys so much. Graphics and prints, whatever you need. And if you're over on the left coast, or even not, that stuff can be sent digitally if you're watching anywhere. Go check out Left Coast Events. We also got Fat Zach's Pizza. Don't trust a skinny chef, man. What are you doing? That Papa John guy, he's way too skinny to know how to make good pizza. Trust Fat Zach. Trust Fat Zach. He knows how to make the good pizza, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway. Thank you, Fat Zach's Pizza. We also got Swoop Sounds. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're watching. That's what you're listening to right now. That's the team that is out on the field, shooting all of this up in the stands, shooting the other shots. We got people in the production room splitting these around. You see these, we're doing this live, and you see these different icons coming up right now. That's someone physically changing those as he's hearing someone else, that's me, talking about these sponsors. So we got a good team here, and it's a pretty awesome thing. So that's Swoop Sounds. You can check us out on Instagram. That's Swoop Sounds on Instagram. All right. We also got Metro Parks of Tacoma. Huge shout out to Metro Parks of Tacoma. Thank you so much for your continued support of the West Sound Rebels. And the last couple ones, we have Fine Ivory Enterprises, LLC. That is a service that brings wellness to you. They can come directly to you, and they can help to bring different wellness treatments directly to your door if you're in King County or some of Pierce County. And they also have a brick and mortar shop. So you can go to them or they can come to you, whatever you need. And they offer quite a few different services. Go check them out. Fine Ivory Enterprises, LLC. And lastly, but not least, we also have Tres Agaves in Belfair. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you're out in Belfair, you need some tasty food, go check out Tres Agave in Belfair. All right, that's going to wrap up this production, this Game 6 of the 2022 season for the West Sound Rebels. Final score, Rebels come out on top with 65, leading the Royals 3 points. All right. Again, thank you out to our sponsors. Thank you out to all of our team out on the field, getting all these nice shots. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to the staff on both teams as well, and the players, because without those players, we would not have anybody to really watch, right? So huge shout out to everyone involved. Thank you so much for watching at home, and we will see you next time. So for the whole team here, this is Zach McCarthy signing off. Thank you so much, and we will catch you in the next one.
Teammate getting